What's up, my people? We're doing it again. It's The Brick, the only show that grows basketball one brick at a time. Today we're a little different. Look at us. We got little mics. Juice, now the people can hear you finally, man.
Man, they've been hearing me.
Yeah, they've
and
been hearing
if
you.
they haven't been hearing me,
Yeah?
they definitely saw me last week Friday.
Man,
Let me tell you that.
And this is the reason why we have this, because every so often Juice's mic just gets blown, but maybe this time you got good reason why.
Sound
You're actually
waves.
right here.
That's right.
Let me tell you something, man. This is going to be a kicker of a show featuring my main man right here, sitting here. Let me tell you, it's been an amazing week of basketball. You saw a clip from my man Q. He's not here because remember, he is still in the car. And in fact, while we're doing that, let's go to him.
Hey guys, from The Brick, this is Quentin. I am courtside just after that amazing performance by Reg and Nchobozwa in that red hot shooting. 20 of 36 they were from the three-point line. That secures Reg on top of the Sahara Conference, representing The Brick, representing South Africa, just taking in all of this amazing action. I must say that it's been top level basketball, some of the best I've ever experienced, some of the best I've had our blessing or the opportunity to call. And this is only one conference. I can't wait to see what happens in the NAR conference. I can't wait to be home to catch up with all of you. Wishing you all the best. Looking forward to being back on the show. And I'm signing out until I see you again, which will be very soon. Next week, we're back. We're live. It should be fun.
Exactly what happened. That's why my main man is not here. We're going to talk about that a little later. We have BAL. We got the Hennessy, the best event that has happened in a very long time. In fact, it reminds me back then when I was the main man when it comes to these cool events. And of course, we're going to talk about what's going on in the world of basketball lifestyle. As you can see, we packed up thanks to Shesha. They gave us some shoes to review. Maybe these shoes shouldn't even go back. And we got, of course, see what I'm rocking right now?
Queen City.
See what I'm rocking right now? These gems are not even out yet. But that's later on when we go to the sneaker review. But right now, man, you know, you're so cute. He was telling us he was showing love to the Brick.
Yeah.
And that I must appreciate you. Thank you very much, Q. You putting us on the world stage. BAL knows about the Brick right now. And yeah, man, talking about the Brick, what went down, man? You know, where have you been watching?
Been watching, saw some incredible games, and you see the level of basketball that's been played out there in Senegal. And for me, you know, there was a lot of awakening to the potential of African basketball, where you see now a lot of these countries and a lot of these teams coming in and actually putting on a show. You know, last night you saw a gentleman that scored, he made 8 out of 10 from 3 in a victory for their team. And for me, that just tells you the level of basket that we're seeing, you know.
Wow.
Unfortunately for us, you know, a team that we've been seeing through the qualifiers, Beira, they were eliminated. You know,
I was really rooting for Beira.
Of course.
I mean, they played, I think the first game was against US Monastir.
Yeah.
And they lost by 7 points.
Yeah.
And for the most part, if I remember correctly, they had a lead a few times to a point where they could have actually won the game. And I was thinking US Monastir went to the finals against Zamalek, lost to the Zamalek in the finals. And for them to perform at that level,
yes.
I actually thought Beira had a good chance.
And again, I think US Monastir, for one, they were out for redemption. You know, you heard it throughout the tournament that they're looking to come in, get some of their revenge back, and go back to the top of the rankings so that they can compete once again in the final.
Well, let's take it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's get people who don't understand, because this is new.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is new.
This is new, and for a second, ladies and gentlemen, there was something that was happening in the background, and I just wanted to make sure everybody's all right, especially the cameras. All right, that was not supposed to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It was a little something that happened in the background, but thank God everybody's all right.
Yeah.
I was about to say to you, not everybody understands and knows what is going on in the BAL, right? So first of all, it was the fact that all the teams had to qualify.
Correct.
It was the first round, it was the second round, it was all over Africa, at least the teams that had professional teams and the teams that were champions of their own countries. Then the next level was to qualify regionally, and the next round was to qualify to enter the BAL. And once you were in the BAL, which of course our own South African Tigers are in, then they were separated into two conferences. There was the Sahara Conference and there was the Nile Conference. Our beloved Tigers were in the Nile Conference. And Beira happened to be in the Sahara Conference.
That's correct.
And we were hoping at some point there will be a finals between the Sahara champions and the Nile champions.
Yeah.
But it's not going to work out like that, because it could have been a Beira versus in my world, in my perfect world, Beira versus Tigers would have been the perfect one. But the way it works out is such that the Sahara plays, 4 gets eliminated, and then 4 go to the quarterfinals.
Correct.
Now, very soon in April, this is the 2nd or the 3rd, the Nile conference starts in Egypt.
Yes.
And top 4 goes through and the other 4 gets eliminated.
Yes.
And this is where the Tigers are going to. But I am so disappointed that Beira did not make it to the semis, man. I mean, to the quarterfinals, the top 4.
And I mean, it speaks to the level of the game. You know, I mean, we've seen Beira more than enough times through the qualifiers when they were competing here in South Africa. We saw how good they played. You know, they've got a couple of good players there. And again, once you are on the main stage, it's a different show. It's a different ball game. You know, because all the teams, and I think, again, it goes back to what Q would say back a few months ago, when he would say that until we know the rosters of the different teams, we cannot even tell or try to even guess how they're going to perform. We can always be hopeful and say that they're going to bring in the best and they'll do well. However, once you're in that stage, it's a lion's den. It's a lion's den, man, and you saw it, man. You know, all the teams coming in, they made sure that they're coming in there ready for the war.
And the lion's den it was. So the top 4 teams, who do you think is gonna, at least the promising team to go out there and take it all?
I think at this point you wanna retract and now look to the next conference. Because we have to see what the teams are bringing to the next conference. Earlier today, there was an announcement made that the Cape Town Tigers just signed yet another player. So again, teams are busy rebuilding, teams are getting ready, and up until we actually see the teams and the conference competition start, you can't even tell. So I think for me, I just want to see all the teams first compete in the Nile Conference. Then once that is done and the top 4 have been, have qualified for Dakar, then we can then say, okay, now it's showtime.
Well, U.S. Monster is still looking good, and I must say, from what I saw, and the center there with the
with the braids,
the blonde cornrows, man. I forget his name, but I think he's going to be doing very well.
Oh yeah.
As for now, it's about to rain. We were thinking we're going to be blessed by the blue skies, but unfortunately it's starting to rain. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back so that we can understand exactly then what happens from here now. We'll be back. Let's go! Hey, even your shit, you're probably going to have things like the pressure.
you top that? How do you top that?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay. That was fire. That was fire.
Do we have a winner? Do we have a winner?
Joe did. Crowd, did Joe not absolutely murder this shit? Come on. Come on.
I had to deal with a lot of criticism during the week for the team that I decided to come with, and I'm glad that I was headstrong and I picked what I thought was my strongest soldiers, a bunch of unknown guys, one or two familiar faces, and we came in for the war.
Yeah, we back. Little setup changes. The rain and the weather gods were not too kind to us, but we back, and yeah, the energy is right back.
Yep.
Can you see me? Can you see Juice?
Salute.
Yo,
You're ready.
my
You're ready.
production team. Oh, well done, well done, well done. In 2 minutes, we're right back, and we got this on lockdown. Now it can rain however it wants, as long as it doesn't thunderize. Right, Juice.
Yeah.
We improvised. We played
Yeah.
some nice little clips.
Yep.
One of those clips was you celebrating. Tell us about the celebration and the trophy right in front of us, man. The tournament, why it was happening, what was good about it. Why would Hennessy want to go and paint out a whole court looking like beautiful African art?
So-
what was the motivation behind all of that?
So Hennessy recently partnered with the NBA,
Right.
and there's a worldwide project called The Spirit of the Game. You know,
And that's why we're not having Hennessy tonight.
we trying to.
Got
so-
you there. I see what I did there.
So what happened is
Komoto, you know what I did there, right?
they've had a couple of events worldwide.
Yep.
I mentioned the other day Australia in Melbourne with a sister company of mine, Melbourne Streetball Foundation. They had an event in Nigeria where there was a floating court, and that event was also a success.
Floating
And then
court. Explain
a
floating
floating court, literally
on
on
a
the river.
ship?
Yeah,
On a ship.
on a river.
On a river?
Yeah. So
Wow.
so it was a beautiful setup over there, and guys came out and had a ball, literally. You know.
So tell me the setup, man. I mean,
So-
how did you get to choose, or how did they get to choose which four? Why
So-
was it on a Friday?
So a few months ago, Hennessy did some of their first part of their activations.
Right.
Where they interviewed a number of celebrities on just a project just to introduce the whole thing.
And they were in Konga at
And
some
then
point, but okay, that
at
nothing to do with that.
another point, they had an event activation in Konga with the Hennessy girls. Shout outs to the Hennessy girls. Women
Hey,
Crush Wednesday.
At some point, you were coaching by the Hennessy girls, but that's besides the point.
I mean, they kept coming to me. So
That's besides the point.
so then I got a call to say, listen, 4 of the celebrities that were interviewed before are each going to have a team
Right.
on a 4-team tournament that will be done in conjunction with the launch of the court.
Were you one of the celebrities?
I was one of the celebrity coaches.
All right.
And fortunately for me, I'm close enough to the game to always have good recognition
Young legends.
of, 100%. Shout outs to the young legends right there.
Shout out to Slaughter.
Shout outs to Slaughterhouse, you know.
right.
So, and then initially for me, I put the word out on the team that I also manage, the young legends, to say, guys, we've got an assignment. I need 8 players. And again, I am privy to some of the best players in the province, in the country. including yourself. You were one of the first people to raise your hands.
Yes, truly.
And for me, the aim was, I'm not just going to go with the first 8 people to raise their hands, but I'm going to make sure that I put a team that is strong enough to compete.
That's why I didn't make it.
Well, you got cut in preliminary. So, and
Too old for that. Too old for that level of basketball, man.
And
That's
again,
47 going on 48.
You want to give a run to the younger guys,
course,
and for me, at the end of the day, that's exactly who I took on the team. The team was called Chosen Few.
Yeah.
The name being derived from a team that used to exist a few years ago with the likes of Nyak Alon Tuping. They used to attend again 100%. They used to attend a whole bunch of tournaments, win most of them, and like tournaments such as the Mamelodi tournament.
But tell me about all the other 3 teams. Who was the celebrity? Who was the guy?
So the other 3 teams, the celebrities were there's a gentleman, MK. He's one of the dope sneaker collectors in the province, and that I think we need to have him out here one of these episodes.
He should come out
for the lifestyle segment. Absolutely, you had another celebrity.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
This is a family show. What is going on here?
I see rare stuff on my pictures. So the teams themselves, you had Krinkam Krenkan coming out of
they've been winning
Pretoria,
the 3-on-3 events that have been putting together. Man,
I was actually telling my guys that I've never watched a tournament where they played and they didn't win. So coming in, you already have
favorites.
That as you already have them as favorites. You had Sugar Boys.
So Krenkan, who was the celebrity there?
MK.
Yeah. Did you decide that the celebrity should come where the team comes from? Because the way I looked at it was like a team from the East, Pretoria, Joburg, and
I think at points that was the idea.
Yep.
And also, it was the other thought of it was, let's spread out as much of Gauteng as possible,
right,
so that you don't have teams coming in from within the same jurisdiction. So you had another team, the team Krinkham, with their team captain is obviously Neo.
Yep.
And then
who was here on the break in the
who
last
we had
show.
in the last episode. You had Tsakani Ngobeni, who was heading out the Soweto team.
Right.
Unfortunately, he couldn't make it out on the day.
Soweto.
And then the Sugar Boys, coming out of Randburg.
Right.
Who went on to go to the finals.
Who did you think was going to be the toughest opponent?
Krinkham.
Yeah.
For me, because again, I've watched those guys enough to give them that respect. And in fact, as we were warming up before the first game, a gentleman came to me and he actually apologized to say to me, "Juice, I'm sorry, but that's your first game." I'm like, "Why are you apologizing?" You know what I mean? Because everyone just saw them as the favorites.
Right.
And I just called out my boys. I was like, "Okay, guys, you got next. You up?
But did they know that you got Nati? I mean, he's the reigning BNL MVP.
BNL MVP. I've got the other Nati, of course, Nati Festile, who a few years ago won the Red Bull 3-on-3. He won the Red Bull 3-on-3, and then they went on to New York. So you've got competitors,
That's right.
And then you've got guys like Musibudi. Musibudi has gone on to win the USAs with the likes of Vets. So you've got competitors in the team,
right?
They're not just they're not all over the place as far as glitz and glam is concerned, but these are dogs. These are dogs.
3 of your teammates, or the 3 from the Chosen Few, are now going to Tigers.
So yes. So leading up to the event, the conversation was, okay, guys, how are things going with the Cape Town Tigers? Are you guys moving up to camp yet? And it delayed finalizing my team because I was waiting for that call to be made to say, okay, the Tigers have finally confirmed we're leaving or we're going to be here. And literally Thursday, they confirmed that they're still here. I'm like, okay, let's go to war.
Let's do this thing, man. And how did you get to the finals? And of course, this beautiful trophy in front of us. How did you feel about the whole performance?
Man, listen, it was sheer bliss. The guys made sure that they dig deep all the way to making sure that they're not just there to add numbers. each one of them competed and gave their best on the day, and got us. I mean, first game you're playing against the best team literally in the country, and we've got the national team captain. You have to respect a team like that, but not respect in a way that now you shy away and don't compete. You respect by giving back and giving your best effort. And we won the first game, and a couple of people were rather pleasantly surprised, and
it wasn't a blowout. It was like a very close game.
And again, before the game, Musibuti says to me, okay, are we playing time or are we going for a target? I'm like, no, we're playing time. We're going to play 10-minute halves. So it's like, okay, cool. So we don't have to be scoring 100 and that's sure. We keep the game compact. We keep it going, flowing. And for sure, first game, bang. Our second game was against the guys from Soweto. Again, a very close and entertaining game. And then it led up to what became the final between Chosen Few and the Sugar Boys.
And then you all took it. Well, let me tell you something, man. I was out there and I was loving every second of it. And you know what? This show is not a full show without the main man who was actually at the core of making this event happen. And you so happen to be a part of that business.
Yes, sir.
We got none other than my man, Chris Kazadi. Come through, man. Come through. Make sure you don't drop anything. Hey, we almost had an accident. What's going on, man? You welcome. Yeah. Oh, don't. I was about to say.
You see,
I was about to say.
Catch that traction. Please, bro.
Sorry, man. You all right? You didn't break anything? Right. As long as you didn't break anything. There's a mic for you.
Thank you very much.
Do you have? Did you bring some Hennessy? Otherwise, we're just gonna give you one of these. We can give you like a little Chinese vodka. You must pull it up. Be careful, otherwise.
Chinese vodka.
Yeah, hold on. Let me help you with that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's Chinese vodka, and we have a gin. Unfortunately, they didn't give us a bottle to Hennessy.
That's that gunpowder shit.
So normally when we have a guest and when we don't, we kind of like do this thing that we do every time on the show, just so that you feel welcome, and in case you don't have problems with. You don't have problems with drinking or media or nerves. No. So I think you're gonna be all right. So just so that I guess we might as well. Juice, you brought this baby up, right? So you guys,
this is the
Chinese vodka. Pass it on to him.
You guys don't dash?
No, we don't dash, man. What are you talking about, man?
We like it raw.
About dash.
We like it raw.
Dash is for young men. Dash is for young men. This is Chinese vodka. I need to go get myself one of these because it's probably one of the best drinks of vodkas I've ever had. And normally when we start a show, we start it like this. But because you were late, fashionably so, like some of them cats in the media world. If you're a celebrity, you come late. That's exactly how
fashionably late.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, to the win, and of course to you coming to the show for the first time.
Thank you very much for having me.
Sips to that.
That's right.
Welcome, my brother. Yeah.
Dash.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. This tradition right here.
Yes, sir.
So this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chris Kazadi. He's basically the young cabbie. Back in the days, we used to do this thing like we're doing it for TV. Right now, they're doing it for social media. We didn't have social media back in the day. Man, tell me about how you feel about this beautiful event.
It's a combination of cabbie and KP.
All right, combination of cabbie and KP.
Yeah,
shout out to Lockdown.
They all right? They all right?
Cabbie and KP. Looked up to cabbie and KP.
Right.
So, yeah.
But look at you now.
You get me now.
Look at you now.
Doing the same thing, and
Big budget
and
things.
it was really good to have both of you, Cabby and KP at the event. So it was really great.
I didn't see. I should have highlighted it.
Yeah,
All right. Oh no, this is good, man. Look, this was probably one of the best basketball events I've ever been to, including my own. So I gotta give it to you, my man.
Salute.
Well done.
Salute.
And wherever there's good budgets, how much was the budget, man?
No, I can't disclose that in public.
This show ain't going nowhere. This show is not continuing until we know how much budget. No, I'm just kidding.
But it was
a decent
lot.
budget.
Yeah, it was a lot because they had to fix a whole lot of things, because I don't know if you guys remember previously there was another brand that actually made the court previously. And
yes,
players
sir.
were not happy playing on that court.
Don't
'cause of
worry, yeah,
design
you
and
can mention
everything.
brands. We don't care. It
Yeah,
was Nike,
so
man.
yeah,
You know,
Nike
that's
did
all right.
that.
Yeah,
So they made
Nike
a
was
court, and then all the players were slipping.
But it
and
was
stuff like that.
slippery, man.
Yeah,
why,
so
why would they do something like that? If you're gonna do something, at least
gotta,
make sure that basketball wins
you
first
consult
before
them,
we start
yeah.
looking good.
Good, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was so that's how it came about. So you guys went to Hennessy and said, look, there's something that is good
Yeah.
that's brewing here, but players are not too happy. Let's just revamp this whole thing. And I saw they put glass boards too. So
yeah, they even put glass boards there
that's
just
next
to,
level.
yeah, to make sure like even the other courts that Nike kind of try to fix afterwards,
Right.
we still kind of made it better, with the glass boards and stuff like that.
So
yeah.
tell me where you go back with Hennessy, man. Why did it even get to a point where they said, all right, let's do this thing and let's do it
With Chris.
with Chris
And
at the Zoom
Paula
League.
and
Yeah,
Click Media and at Zulek.
yeah. And by the way, you guys are partners, right?
Yes, sir. This is
Yeah.
for those that actually
so
don't
this
know.
is yeah.
this is
Those that don't know. There's somebody
And
who's in front of
100%.
cameras.
my man right here,
This is my
man.
man right here.
That's right.
So from the
So-
first ball up, I'm still gonna go back into that. But from the first ball up, Sergio's like, it's family.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
See how emotionally just got there?
I love it, man. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
So just to start off the story, I was actually approaching Hennessy even before the NBA the collaboration. Yeah, back. So this started back in 2019, even before they had the NBA collaboration. 2019,
Right.
I knew a brand manager from there. So I just showed them the ball up concept. I'm like, yo, this is a nice concept.
Dope concept,
Think
by
of
the way.
think of Hennessy and this. But then they're like, nah, Hennessy and basketball.
Don't
It's not.
mix.
That doesn't make. It's
Don't
not. It's not
dash.
that. Yeah, us
Yeah.
and Hennessy, we're doing other events, but your event really looks cool though. Like, yeah. And then I was just in contact with that brand manager. We're doing other things, just in contact. And then all of a sudden, Hennessy and NBA collaboration in the States.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, Hennessy and NBA. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, eventually,
been talking
somewhere
about
I've been
this.
talking about it. People not getting it, but then the basketball gods heard it, and the
Yeah.
Hennessy, NBA from that side.
Right.
And then they brought it down to SA. And then when they brought the whole thing to SA, how actually
So it's a global thing that happens in each continent.
in each continent. So it happened. There's a so for the one that just happened now, the in the paint. So there's only two in the paint activation that has happened.
Okay.
One was in Mexico. So they built a court again in Mexico. If you check the hashtag in the paint, you will see before our content, there's content from Mexico.
Right.
Yeah. So they built a court just like that, but another designer came through, designed a different kind of coat. So yeah, they did the same activation in Mexico.
All right. So the same look that is here is the same look.
No, not the same look.
So this
it's
one
a
is
different
more
designer,
Africanized.
more Africanized. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, more Africanized.
Right.
So and then when they did that's now they brought it to Africa. And then the first place they activated that was actually in the paint. They activated that in South Africa. That's where we did the whole activation. So how that actually came about. Remember, I've been speaking to the brand manager back since 2019.
Right.
And then when the whole remember the whole Conquer thing that was happening,
Yeah,
the
I
Conquer
remember that.
activation.
Yeah.
The whole Conquer activation. I was invited to the Conquer activation.
You're invited. You were not running that.
Wasn't running that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I was invited to shoot content for my show, Double Dribble.
Right.
Double
right.
Dribble.
Yeah. Oh,
So
by the way, if you want to watch Double Dribble,
Double
check it out.
Dribble.
This man will tell you a little bit more about
I'll
it.
tell you a little bit more about that
That's
later
right,
on.
that's right.
So I got invited to come shoot content for Double Dribble, and when I was there, I met the Hennessy people, and then I told them I'll drop the content during the week, and I'll send you guys the link. I got the guys' contact, and then during the week, once the show was on, everybody like, "Yo, this is crazy," because everybody. They could see from our snaps on social media, but now on the YouTube show, it was just
It was going
like
nuts.
other level. They were like, nah, this is actually dope. So everybody loved it. And then when I sent them the link, they loved it too. They're like, nah, send us the whole thing. So, and then they send us the, just the part of the Hennessy. And they looked at it like, nah, this is too amazing. But then when I was there, I brushed the Hennessy people like, yo, the basketball thing, I've got a basketball event that happens at Zoo Lake. Think of this, and that. And only to think they were also planning of a place where they could do in the paint, like in Mexico, in SA.
Right.
So, boom, just makes sense. Like, Zoo Lake, same
That
thing.
idea-
Like, yeah, and then Zoo Lake also has a problem with the court that needed to be fixed. And yeah. And then, yeah, we just put ideas I just wrote the whole event down for them. Like, yo, this is going to happen like this, like this, like this, like this. and we just put it together. And
it went down
Yeah,
exactly
like
how
that.
you
Exactly
planned.
how I planned it.
So is this going to be our Rucker Park now? Is this
Yeah,
going to be
those
where?
are-
Man, wait, what? Wait,
Come on.
what? You heard of the slaughterhouse?
Okay. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, that
right.
would be our Rocker Park, definitely, for real.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay,
for
Rucker
real.
Park in the north.
In the
In
north.
the burbs,
Then
yeah.
in the east.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
We all
Aight.
know where the champs are from, right?
I
we
mean,
all
hey,
know what's going to happen
hey,
to that.
hey,
No one
man,
should claim right
you
now.
see it.
Wait.
You
So-
see
So
it.
Juice,
No, I should claim.
so Juice, what's going to happen to the money that was won? The good thing is there was the money to fix your own court, and then there was a money for the players, and that I thought was a dope idea.
So the Hennessy.
Excuse our production
So
team.
the Hennessy was had on Friday night, and the guap was had on Sunday morning.
What's guap?
Oh, the money.
The money. It's a new term. It's a new term. For new school people. New school.
To the legends.
Look, you know, this is my new life, guys. You know, like this is my new life. So yeah, so what's gonna happen to that, man? You know, tell us about what you're gonna do with the other money. You're gonna fix are you gonna fix two of them? You're gonna fix one? What's gonna happen? Because 50,000 sounds like a lot of money, but I know if you look in the background here, to keep this the way it is, it ain't 50,000.
So I think more than anything for me, the plan is to get more people involved in the conversation,
Right.
such as the municipality,
Right.
you know, because we cannot just move into a jurisdiction and not, you know, consult municipalities and stuff.
And here you bring in something, they
You
can
know what I
bring
mean?
something.
So
and, you know?
surely they've got the budgets to actually meet us to a certain point. So for me, I'll definitely look to maximize on this to make sure that as much of the community benefits as possible.
Ain't nothing better than having to plow back
Yeah.
into your own community,
Absolute.
the community that made you guys win this damn thing.
Absolute.
So I'm
Absolute.
really laughing.
Absolute.
Well, for now, we're going to take a break. I know my man's here came a little late. You probably want to hear a little bit more about what is Click Media, what's up with Hennessy, all of those good, amazing things. And later on, we are going to be comparing the two guards, the point guards. We got Kari,
Oh, yeah.
we got Kyrie. I don't know, man.
He
They
dropped
both
60.
just
He
they
dropped 60
just
this
been
morning.
dropping 60, 50, 40.
60 this morning.
Now, I want to have that conversation. I'm very interested for you guys to
Yeah.
chip in and tell me who you choose. For now, let's go to the break. We'll be back.
That's right.
Well, let me tell you something, man. You know, for those who didn't know, I'm wearing the medals. And let me tell you, this right here, you gotta love this color, man. It is the All-Star edition.
The Queen City.
And let me tell you, if you go into Puma, you can order it. It's not there yet. It is not there yet, man. Too beautiful, too nice. I'm already rocking them. Quinton was talking about he's just going to wear them as the nice to have, ones that are all about, you know,
So
non-playing shoes.
I did a bit of the reading up on the shoe, man, and the kid is paying homage to the city of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Hence he named it. He named this colorway Queen City.
Hold on. Hey, we're shooting at home. Can somebody just push this? The dogs can go inside because there's another dog that's visiting this man when he travels with the
Yeah,
dog.
I mean, he's the big-
look, this
big
is the
bucks
show,
guy.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Big
not
bucks
like
guy.
we
Big
decide
bucks
what
guy.
happens. If those dogs go in,
Hey,
then
Zuri,
no one
Zuri.
have any
Yeah.
problem. You know what I'm saying? But
She
yeah,
came through, she's like, I'm watching Daddy live.
Yeah, of course.
so it's all good. It's all love. You know, it's all love. Yeah. Just continue.
So so he named this specific colorway the Queen City.
Queen City?
To just big up the city of Charlotte.
All right.
Yeah, you know, Charlotte Hornet where he
the one Kev is
when he
wearing.
plays. So as you can
clean.
see, the colors themselves represent the Charlotte Hornets, and then on the outlay there it says "not from here." You know, I don't know if you can see that.
Let me see.
What does it mean not from here?
Not from, because I'm not from here, but I
not from
am here.
Charlotte.
You know.
Oh, but
But
he's
he's out
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah,
paying
yeah.
homage to
Absolute,
the
absolute. So
city,
it's
which
it's
is
a very beautiful colorway. I can't wait to see my daughter in them. I can't wait to see my daughter in them.
dope. You can buy them.
Dropping 45 on somebody over there at Pretoria Girls High. So and again, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, this will definitely go more into the review once we've had the
When we go into the
test and
segment.
all that. You
That's
know.
right.
However, today,
No, don't worry.
the main specific shoes that my man wants to bring out.
Yeah. And before we do that, man, you know, like Chris didn't come all the way here to just come talk about shoes and go. You know.
Yeah,
I
of
think
course.
there's got to be a little something that we can.
Of course,
We have to
of
get
course.
into it. So going back to the Hennessy, and I think
Yeah.
the reason why I think it deserves this show
Sure.
is because I don't think there's a single event with the kind of money that was invested in basketball. And if you love basketball and you see this kind of commitment to
Yeah.
basketball, and I know this is a global thing and it has to happen or whatever, but it happened here in Joburg. And a lot of people can ask, yeah, but then what happens? And then, yeah. But bottom line is it has happened. And it is in line with the strategy of the brand. It is up to other brands and individuals out there to go and show other people or other brands to say, this is what Hennessy did. You could do even bigger and better. So the point I'm trying to make is, I'm not even asking, are they going to do more or should they do more? But what is the strategy around the whole brand and basketball in South Africa long term?
So for that, there's looking at more activation, basketball activations.
Right.
You know, now that I'm also involved with the brand, and I can, you know, kind of show them the way activations that should be can be done, where they should be done to promote the brand more. So yeah, more basketball activations, and there is actually something else that's going to happen in there. I don't want to talk about it more, but something's
down
coming
the
up.
pipeline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, we're in March, like the
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
like
Of course.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
So something.
But I would have loved something like, you know, if the Hennessy Championships, right? Imagine a world where all the champions from
Right.
all over come to our new Raka Park, Zoo Lake. And literally, it's not just by invitation, it literally by the fact that you're a champion,
champion.
of your own city, own town,
Yeah.
or whatever. And you come out there and leave it on the floor. See who really is a champion.
I mean,
the champion
my
team.
boys are ready. You
Right.
saw them, chosen few. Come on, man, they're ready.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, I mean, we've mentioned Nike earlier. They used to have a project like that where they called it Nike Battlegrounds.
Right.
Yeah.
A few years ago,
Right.
where, you know, it was a worldwide thing, and lockdown. Shout outs to them again. They did the event in at Zoo Lake, you
Right.
know, and again, that was a lot of money that was invested in there. So more than anything, we shouldn't just then be talking around Hennessy on their own, but certainly Hennessy has now reopened that door for even a lot of companies to now take a look back into basketball and say, hey, actually, you know, I mean, Click Media
Yeah,
is
to-
privy to a lot of
To
companies.
think about
that-
it,
Yeah.
what happens is that a lot of these brands actually do have the budget, but then the problem is people don't have the concept for them to see like, yo, this thing is gonna work like this.
Right.
Yeah, I had my concept since 2016.
Right.
Like if Hennessy had the same budget in 2016 when I did the first ball up, I promise you, Cabby was gonna look just like what you saw on Friday.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I had that.
Absolutely.
I had that thing since.
In fact, we were
Like, for
about to
real.
do a thing
Remember,
together,
that
and then the
that was
COVID
what year?
killed.
That was 2020.
Yeah, it was 2020. Yeah,
2020.
Yeah. We
Imagine-
literally were about to blow
Imagine
this
we had
thing up
Hennessy
together.
as a sponsor. Remember how the vibe was there for that? And that was 2020. So besides even like Hennessy, other brands must just understand that basketball in South Africa, it actually is alive.
It's alive.
And there's what people don't see, and actually I'll be honest, what you guys actually don't see, there is actually the youngings that have there's a different kind of culture like with basketball, right? There's the guys, you know, the guys that watch the show and stuff like that, but then there's other kids that they don't have you see like the basketball sheriff kind of content.
Right.
Yeah, they don't have that basketball sheriff kind of content, but now that the basketball sheriff is here, you know, if you just the whole channel, we break it down into, you know, like
And
2 minutes,
reposition,
yeah,
yeah.
2 minute clips of a certain player, you know,
Right.
3 minute of a certain player, highlight those kids, highlight certain players, you know, tag them properly in social media and get them to repost it. You know, basketball is gonna grow like that. You
Right,
see,
right.
and it is growing.
We've been
from-
talking about that. We've been talking about
Yeah,
featuring
so-
some of them young kids come out here and
100%.
actually get the kind of love
Yeah.
that, you know, the
Absolute.
oldies have been getting. But, you know, I've got a little bone to pick with this man here.
Yeah. So
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Uh huh. Pick it.
Yeah.
I made it to the event because so and so did so and so and called so and so, and
Yeah.
oh, by the way, let me get up in there.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, there's some basketball
Yeah.
royalty.
I know.
That should be a matter of fact that it has to be. You gotta be there. So I'm just trying to find out. How did I make the list? How did basketball royalty not? Or are we not the youngins, the cool youngins that are worthy?
Can I help Chris answer that?
Help me there, Jesus.
I think with the organization and the organizing of such an event, and for the fact that they had to postpone from the previous week,
Yeah.
you know, already you had been invited, for example, for the previous week.
Actually, no. I can answer that.
Via the NBA.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, Cabby, let me tell you what happened. So I've got the invite. I know everybody that came to the event that I invited. That got invited by Hennessy. That got invited by the NBA and everybody. And you were actually on the NBA list. So already I knew you got the email.
Right.
So I didn't really tell you, like, Cabby, I'm doing my event. What? Yeah, that's me. So I already knew you're gonna see the invite.
production to
and then
production?
When you get there, huh?
Production to production.
Production.
Production, as in, like, you know, industry
production
to industry to industry. You know, like, yo, man, this is what's
Damn.
going down.
Right.
You know, even heads up, even like, yo, man, you know,
Damn,
this is
Kev.
what's going on. No, I'm
Nah,
not.
but
using-
come on,
I'm
You
just
know
messing
the
with you.
headache of
I'm just-
organizing such an event.
I'm just messing with this man.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
You
You
know
know the
when I saw you, that
headache.
was happy. I was like, damn, man, Cabby's here.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all love. It's all love. It's all love.
Absolute.
But you see, I'm showing the love because I'm even bringing you here
Yeah,
to come
100%.
talk about it, man.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
welcome. You know, it's not gonna be the last time you come out here because we gotta blow this thing up, man.
Yes,
you know.
sir. Of course.
So
You know,
this
of course.
episode it needs to
Oh,
trend.
this is gonna be
It
the
needs
this is the
to
episode
trend.
with the most views.
That's
It's
right.
gonna be this one.
Oh yeah,
You
of
need to
course.
trend.
That's my man. That's my man.
One of the most views is gonna be
That's my
this
man.
one. Yeah,
And then
100%.
talk about views.
Yeah.
Speak a bit about Double Dribble.
Yeah, the double dribble, how it came about.
Yeah.
So double dribble came about just 2 episodes before, after you guys, after the
break.
So I also had the similar concept, like, yo, man, I love basketball. I want to talk about basketball. Like, my social media is good, and there are certain people that whenever I post like basketball stories, basketball snaps, they're like, yeah, how the sport looks dope, but then we don't really understand, we don't really know much about it. So if you watch the first episode of Double Dribble, I explain who I am and why I'm actually doing this. And the whole concept of it was just to let people know that, yo, there is basketball in SA, and there is events, there is Cape Town Tigers. We have a team that's playing in the Basketball African League. People don't know that. People don't know the Basketball African League, you know. So I'm like, yo, there is a league, and we've got a team that's representing us, and the guys look like this, and even have guys from America that are here, you know, and are playing for the Cape Town Tigers.
Yeah.
So
And not only America, ex-NBA players.
ex-NBA players, and some
Right,
people
that's
didn't
big.
know that. So
Great.
just me tapping into my crowd and my people and my followers on social media and showing them that, you know, it's just started growing like that. And, you know, we moved from the, you know, just the level of episodes. You know, the first episode was where I'm introducing myself. The second episode is where I came to the Cape Town, you know, the launch of the Cape Town Tigers
The
kit.
kit,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, so there's content from there, from the episode 2 on there, plus NBA, because on the whole show I talk about the NBA, I talk about the Basketball African League, I catch up on all the teams, the highlights and everything. Speak about basketball in the SA, what's happening in SA, like the events we just had at Zoo Lake, the Conquer activation. You know, I just need to tap more into the JBL and the BNL, but then when the production also grows and I have time to go to the games and actually watch and have a proper understanding of the players and who they are and what's going on, and then I can properly report on that. So for now, I'm just reporting on the things that I know 100%, you know, and yeah. So that's,
But I see basketball is not the only thing that you do. But I don't want to
Yeah.
go into the non-basketball stuff.
Yeah.
But do you think you're getting a lot of love in terms of where BSA's mind is at, where they're going? I mean, there were elections. And
Don't
Yeah.
talk about
I mean,
BSA
let me
with
tell
Chris.
you, the point
Yeah.
I'm making is, you know, like some of the things we need to talk about. You know
Yeah.
why? You know
Yeah.
why? Because there's no point us doing these things that we're doing.
100%.
And we have people who are elected to grow the sport, and we're not seeing much happening from there.
Yeah,
So
100%.
there were elections, and now it's how many months later? Juice, Chris, help me. Do you guys see anything different? Do
you know-
you believe there's going to be anything different?
I might need to
Yeah.
take a sip.
This is it's a really tough one. Like, yo, it's a really, really
Or you
tough
don't
one.
want to be controversial?
You know,
Y'all okay?
Like
you
I'm
wanna
saying,
take a sip?
you don't wanna.
Y'all all right?
Yeah. Nah, but from all I gotta say is that there is basketball.
Poor
Basketball
child.
in SA.
Poor child.
You know, to be honest, there is no budget in basketball SA. The only reason why there's nothing moving is because of money.
Right.
Yeah. So there is the whole the thingy, the federation, BSA. There is no money in the federation.
Right.
So we can all talk and say this and say this and say this. If the federation there's no money, nothing is gonna move.
Right.
I'm being honest. So if us as the basketball community can come together and know that money, if we all try speak, hustle, the government and all this, it's been, the same story. We're just gonna wait and wait and wait and wait.
Right.
But then there are like private corporates, Nike, Wilson, all these Hennessy, they can actually pump some money into the basketball, the federation. And then from the federation, we start from the ground again, the under 12s, under 14, under 16, the national team. But then we're depending on money that, is coming from the private sector, sponsoring the federation, and then there's accountability in that, and there's people handling that. We know there's 2 million from Nike, there's 1 million from Hennessy, there's what from what, and all in there, and that is being accounted for.
Right.
And there is a proper
What did you just say? That is what?
Accounted
being
for.
accounted for.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a proper
Yeah.
structure. There's a proper structure
Yeah.
with the kids. There's proper structure with the district. The provinces, the national.
So
And
up until that happens, then I
up
guess you
until
gotta
that-
do what you're
yeah,
doing
up
right
until
now.
that
This is
happens,
just gonna
I'm
be
gonna
ad hoc here,
Yeah.
and everybody must just
And
do
we're all
whatever they
there-
want.
we're all there
'Cause
on-
what's the point?
We all there on the Let's Talk. It used to be Let's Talk BNL. Now it's Let's Talk Basketball SA.
That's
So
right.
like, yeah,
That's
I
right.
watch. Like, I'm there. That's why you don't see me speak much. I just watch, and I just do what I gotta do for us, like the Hennessy thing. Because if I'm also on there fighting with everybody, no, hey, what? They were just like, it's gonna be the same story. So I gotta lead a little bit different and be like, you guys see, we can do it. So less talking, more doing, and speaking to the brand and show them like, yo, this sports is actually lit. And if you guys sponsor this and sponsor the federation, money through the federation will come to events like me, like my event. You see, I can go to Basketball SA and be like, I'm doing an event with Nike, but then you guys as the federation, can I please have X amount of money just to support me? And because they have a budget, they can support me. And not only me, like other people that host tournaments in Limpopo, in Mpumalanga, in Durban, in Cape Town.
Right.
You see, they should be able to not go through the whole hustle of trying to get Hennessy, trying to get Nike. They should just know if we need money, we go federation, we go through Western Cape Basketball Association, we go through the Gauteng Basketball Association, and then they will speak to the BSA Basketball SA Association, and money goes like that to the kids, and the whole program works like that.
Right. So while we're waiting for that dream,
Yeah.
right here, right now,
Yeah.
we doing the Hennessy.
Yeah.
We doing the
Yeah.
Absolutely.
the stuff
So
that
just
right
in
now
that.
works.
Absolute.
But yeah,
Absolute.
at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this was Chris Kazadi,
Yes, sir.
the partner to Juice the Mogul.
sir.
And let me
My
tell you
brother.
something. If you did not know, now you know.
Now you know.
This man right here are all about Click Media.
Yes, sir.
If you don't know, go on to the social media. You'll
Yes,
find
sir.
them. Talk about a whole lot of things, basketball included, not just only basketball. But for now, we're going to be right back. We're going to take a break. And when we get back, we talk about this baby right here. He's a Curry. He's a Kyrie. Two point guards. Let's see who's better. Let's go. We'll be back.
Hi.
Right. And we're back. The last segment of the show. And you know how we do when we do the last segment of the show. It's all about lifestyle. It's all about this thing that made Michael Jordan the Jordan. He dropped a lot of points. He won a whole lot of championships. But at the end, it's all about whether or not you can transcend outside of basketball itself. And yes, it's all about all of this. Look, I first of all thank you, Shesha, for lending us your beautiful shoes. I don't know, they're my sizes. I don't know if I have to take them back.
I don't
but
think you should take them back.
that's not the agreement. I respect. I
Oh, okay.
respect the agreement,
agreement.
so
Respect the
we'll take
agreement.
them back.
Okay.
But let me tell you something, right? I had the pleasure of just playing around in the house with them, just wear them and feel them out and whatever. And I must admit,
Yeah.
I love Steph Curry. I love the Golden State Warriors. I think they played some of the most beautiful basketball. But these shoes here, I would wear them as a lifestyle shoe
Yes.
because
Not for bowling.
I don't know if, and I've had Steph Curry shoes, like
And that white is
Under Armour
clean.
before, and I had Achilles issues after that, so that wasn't good for me. So I love Steph Curry. I love his game, and guys dropping points. I mean, like 60 points here, 50 something points in the All-Star,
he dropped
47 points
last night.
not so long ago.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something, man. Kyrie, let me tell you,
Yeah.
I love Kyrie Irving. I love the shoes. Every time I play with him, no issues with my Achilles, and somehow it just works as a basketball shoe. What you gotta say about that? I mean, look, I've already made my choice.
Have you?
Kyrie?
Oh, have you?
I think Kyrie are for me.
Okay.
And not just this shoe, which I
Okay.
think looks dope. But
Okay.
previously, I've had
Yeah.
his shoes.
All right.
And I had Kyrie's shoes. I've seen him play.
That's right.
And he's super dope. But let me tell you, Kyrie's my guy.
So let me give you a backstory on both these shoes, right?
Right.
10 years ago, I walked into Foot Locker in Perth,
In Perth.
in Australia.
The
Perth.
travel, the
right.
travel
That's
guy.
right.
What year is this?
The
So
travel
now-
guy.
What year is this?
This is 2012.
Oh yeah.
And
You pull up.
leading up to that, I had been talking about this brand that's coming up,
Which is
Under Armour, because they had previously made your protective gear for American football.
Right.
So they had now started crossing over into basketball.
Right.
And me telling all these stories to guys,
There's this
watch
brand.
out, watch out. So when I walked into Foot Locker, there's an entire shelf of Nike. And where you've got possibly 50% LeBron, you've got 30% Kobe Bryant, 20% other stuff, right? So it's LeBron, Kobe, KD, and Kyrie. And then I say to this guy, do you have anything on Under Armour? Then he's like, yeah, back of the store.
Wow. They
And
didn't
then I
have
go
it
to
on the shelf.
on the shelf.
Wow.
Back of the store, it's in a crate where they just dumped shoes in there. And I looked, and I found a pair of Under Armours. And this is 10 years ago, exactly 10 years ago.
Right.
And I buy that shoe, and it literally became one of my favorite shoes ever.
Wow.
So now, fast forward 10 years later,
Right.
Under Armour has become one of the most recognized brands in the world, thanks to
The man himself.
the baby-faced assassin, right?
That's right.
You've got other athletes that are in there, but primarily Steph has become the face of Under Armour. And again, interesting move to Under Armour
Best shooter in the world.
is because at the beginning of his NBA career, he had a lot of ankle issues until his boy Kent Bazemore says, come with me to Baltimore. Let's go to the Under Armour Cats. He has a few workouts with Under Armour, he likes the shoe, signs the deal. And ever since then, you don't hear much of his ankle issues, you know? So what I'm leading to is the technology that Under Armour continues to put in their shoes. You know,
But then they gotta bring the shoes that Steph Curry plays in, because I don't know if I can play in this.
but those are the
I
Steph
got-
Currys, but then those are definitely the off-court stuff.
Yeah. But
So-
what I'm saying is,
so
we
yeah.
like to play basketball
Of
here.
course.
This is not the kind of stuff. This is a lifestyle shoe. It's like, I want to buy shoes.
And-
I literally buy shoes every 3 months or 2 months because underneath here,
Yeah.
you get a hole.
Traction.
Yeah.
So you got a coach, so you must
For
be
sure.
bowling every day. Just wake up.
You know,
Man, yeah,
so,
like,
so
give me a ball, I'll be like Steph Curry.
Just wake up.
From here, I could just.
Yeah.
and shout outs to Steph, because now he has actually moved or upgraded even his contract, if I can put it like that, with Under Armour, where now he's got his own specific line. Not just signature shoes, but his entire line.
So enough
know.
about Steph Curry. And I love Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So
So
who you got?
So okay.
Player,
And then now,
shoe. So let's
Yeah.
start with this.
Sure.
If you had to, just by looking at the shoe, whether you play with them or not, you look at the shoe, which one you going home with?
but I can't tell you that until I tell you the backstory on this.
All right.
So last year,
Right.
late last year, Kyrie Irving says he's not happy about the latest Kyrie shoe.
Yeah.
Kyrie shoe,
Yeah.
because he did not sign off on it. And he actually went out public to say, Nike did not get my approval for this shoe.
But then what's the point of calling it Curry if you don't have the main man
100%.
himself? signing it
And I
off?
think that was around, again, the time when there was a few issues with Nike, including the estate of Kobe Bryant, Mrs. Vanessa Bryant, where she did not re-sign the stealth for, back to Nike. You know what I mean? So there was a few issues there. And seeing some of his recent games, Kyrie has actually been playing with some of the previous models of the shoe. I've not seen him play in in his latest signature because
What do they call this one?
of that. I think this is the Infinity. This is the Kyrie, Kyrie Infinity. and you see that infinity sign underneath.
Looks pretty
So
dope.
juicy. You know your things. Huh?
So yeah. But then again, you've got, as far as the shoe itself is concerned, I love the Kyrie shoe. A lot of guys that I know that have played in Kyrie's have enjoyed the shoe so much, all the way up until the shoe is actually falling apart. That's how much they treasure the Kyrie shoes. You know what I mean? And you have to appreciate the traction and the durability that Nike puts in the shoes. So
let
for
me tell
me,
you-
okay, go ahead.
For you.
So for
Come,
me,
you gotta
if
tell
I
me.
had to choose between
Yeah.
both shoes,
Yeah.
as a PowerPoint forward guard,
PowerPoint forward guy, you gotta remember that.
I would easily, I shoot less. Or now that I've entered a 3-point contest, thanks, Chris.
Who won that, by the way? Who won that, by the way?
I'd
Did
easily
you win the celebrity one?
No,
no. Dylan.
Not
got-
Dylan. Tim.
Tim,
Timothy
right?
Morris.
Yeah.
He
He's
won
a
the
shooter.
celebrity one. He's a shooter.
He's a shooter. He's a
Yeah,
shooter.
Tim is a shooter.
Yeah,
Tim
you
is
should
quite
come
dope.
here. We should organize like a special one.
Yeah.
And then he shoots against me, and then let's see.
Oh,
where we
okay.
go. Yeah.
Oh, you trying to challenge? Oh, you trying to challenge? Oh.
challenge the post of the post event.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
you can bring
He's
him
going
here.
here about it.
I think for me, the Kyrie Infinity would be my pick between the two shoes.
Because of the aesthetics or because of the functionality?
Both. Aesthetics, it looks very nice, got nice trims, nice lines. And then obviously, as a runner, you want to be looking at the traction control. Traction control is very important. And I believe that the grooves that it's got underneath would actually be able to, get you running up and down, whether inside or outside.
Got you.
So for me, I
Chris.
definitely
Yes, sir.
go
Let me
Kyrie.
know.
For me,
Let me know. You got this. You walk into Shesha. Oh, by the way, thank you very much to Shesha for lending us their shoes since
Yep.
we are
Shout
taking
out
them
to
back
Shesha.
into land.
They
Shout out
actually-
to Shesha.
they sponsor the
Taking this home.
3-point contestant, Dylan. So he got some too from Shesha.
he got
Yeah, they
something from
sponsored. Yeah.
Shesha? Oh, right,
Yeah.
right.
So shout out
So-
to Shesha.
Shout out to Shesha.
Yeah.
tell me.
For me, that's the. Definitely,
Stefanos.
yeah.
Is this
Waddell.
your kind of thing?
This is my kind of thing. 'cause
Why?
also
Why? Tell us why.
The color.
The color you like the bling, baby.
Yeah, the bling.
You love everything gold.
Playing everything
Gold is up.
white. Yeah, gold and white.
They must
So-
put the little diamond here so it completes the look.
And with this, I have a whole lot of a lot of outfits that I can wear with this.
Right.
So this will definitely go with a whole lot of.
So now we know the difference between a guy who loves basketball because it's basketball and a guy who plays basketball.
For me, it's
Because I
everything.
don't know
play-
if you're gonna play with this.
Oh no, these.
You're not playing with this.
It depends. So I have these other kicks, LeBrons.
Right.
Those ones, the other side of LeBrons, like, nah, these I'm not gonna play with them. I'm not gonna play with them. And then one day I was in Cape Town, at the Battery Park.
Yeah.
And then there were cats playing. I never went to play. I was just watching. It was bad. I was like, yeah, I gotta show them. I'm from
You gotta
Joburg.
come out. You
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
come
from
out.
course.
Yeah.
When I was wearing those LeBrons, I'm like, yeah. And I just went through and I handled. So if push comes to shove, I'm handling.
Did
bro.
you win any games?
Yeah, of course. Oh, come on. I cannot go to Cape
Yeah,
Town.
I'm saying. I mean, you're choosing
handled.
games.
Nah, I went
You're
to Cape
choosing
Town. I
lifestyle,
handled.
man.
I handled.
So look, so you're outnumbered. I'm definitely a Kyrie guy.
All right.
I think Kyrie's are stable on the game, and
Yeah.
they support you. And I see they've got a little lip on the side that also gives you that little extra support. And I must admit, ever since I played with the Kyries, I've never had problems with my Achilles. Every time I play with anything else, I got issues. Oh, in fact, the Thompsons are not so bad either.
Correct,
So I guess for me, I need to start playing in what Kyrie plays in for me to appreciate what it is that the shoe brings to the party. But Shesha, you got some of the best shoes, some of the best basketball gear, and there's the new concept that they've introduced. If you haven't
Shesha
seen it,
Hoop Lounge.
Shesha
yes.
Hoop Lounge.
Yes,
If you want to go out there, you can go and you can find the latest and the best in basketball. So go out there and check them out. They're in Melrose Arch, they're in Rosebank, Sandton,
Eastgate, I've seen, yeah.
Cape Town,
Correct.
Canal Walk, is it? And many other places. So if you want to go check out some of the nicest gears, go check it out there. And yes, you don't have to play in them. Some of you guys just love the sport of basketball because it's cool. Some of us
think
don't
they call
normally
it
love it
drip,
because it's
these
cool, but
youngsters.
we love it because we're just
Yeah.
passionate about the sport.
But I handle too, Keb. You know that I play. You know.
You've been here, I know.
Yeah, you know. You
You're on
felt
my
me.
team, you won.
Yeah, you felt me. Yeah.
You are on my team,
Come
you
on,
won.
Keb. Come on, man.
But yeah, I think the next thing that must happen is a
Yeah.
celebrity basketball event.
Yes.
We used to do it with the ESPN.
Yes.
I think it's something I'm too old to have celebrities. So I think my man here needs to start organizing some of that.
100%.
I better be in one of them teams.
Nah, got
I better
you.
be in the invite, the VIP, everything is everything. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this was the break. But before we do that, we got. Wait a minute, all right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Before we go. Yes,
We're
sir.
still live, right?
Yes, sir.
A quick question from
Yes,
the
sir.
production team.
Yeah, this is a question from the crowd. We out here, the people that are sitting out here in the
The crowd is out here.
studio. But this question, Chris.
Yeah.
You gave away 50K for court. You gave away 50K for enjoyment. Now I'm gonna ask you one simple question. Out of those 3 stags that are there, which one would you choose? Since the other 2 joints, they ain't letting you guys keep them. I'm just saying.
I'll pick these ones here. Right
Queen
here.
City.
So I'm playing with these ones here.
Queen City.
Because these babies here are proper purple, so I can literally ball with these, and I can drip again with these. So yeah, these.
Let me tell you something. Because I'm old school, we were talking about the old school. This is the new school. This is the
Yes.
stuff that makes me feel young. Right now, I'm rocking them and I'm feeling kind of 21. And I'm probably going to play like I'm a 21-year-old. So the next time you see me on the court, Juice,
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm rocking this,
Yes, sir.
I'm hitting 40.
I'm making sure I'm on your team.
Make sure you're on my team.
Because I'll
you win.
probably be rocking them too.
And yes, big ups to Puma.
Puma, yeah.
If you want to get one of these, then let me hold it. Let me hold
Yes,
them up
sir.
like this in my shoe like that.
Oh, you rock. Oh.
Yeah, oh, you didn't see that, right?
Puma put you on.
Yeah, I think Puma
Nice.
recognizes the old to be the new.
Yeah. But it seems Puma doesn't dress bearded guys, so we don't know.
Well.
Don't dress you.
So let me
We
tell
don't
you,
know
if you wanna go there and rock this thing, go to any Puma store. There's one in
Brum, yeah.
one in Braamfontein, if you don't know what Brum is.
No.
I think there's one in Sandton. Just
Yeah.
walk into any Puma store. I don't think you will find them on shelf. This just dropped.
This specific colorway.
This specific
yeah.
color just dropped. So if you want this specific color,
Mellow.
go out there, put your name down. They'll call you when it's ready.
The pre-order
Let me-
stuff that's going
This
on.
is the pre-order stuff, man. You can go and get it. And also, by the way, these babies here, they rock for about 2.4, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
Almost 2,000. 2.4 for the Kyries. So if you
Yeah.
want to go out there
Amazing.
and get, and another thing, a lot of people came out and say, well, Shesha or any other places, they don't sell our size. Now, I spoke to my guy at Shesha about this, and I was like, what happens when you're a 12, a 13, a 14, a 15, a 16, even a 17? They're like, nah, go out there, check it out on their website or on the Nike website. If you want it in their store, they'll order it for you. It'll be right there.
But you
ready,
cannot
real
look
quick.
for a guard shoe in that size.
Guys, shoe, whatever, man.
Body
People
type
just
is very important,
Just love it because it
you
looks
know.
dope. Maybe they just want to wear it and they got a big
Salute.
shoe.
You know, take it from a PowerPoint Ford guard, man.
Oh, yeah.
Can't be
PowerPoint
wearing
Ford
G-strings
guard.
and he's so big.
Nah.
Well, let me
I saw
shut
you.
this baby down before everybody thinks what the hell is going on. This show is going on 2 hours. This was Kebby. This is Chris, my man Juice.
Yes, sir.
And this is how we're signing out. And yes, Juice has got the winning.
The big boy trophy.
You want a
mess with
bamba?
the big boys?
You want
Come
to
on
want
now.
a bamba?
You
Yes,
want a
sir.
bamba?
You want to play with
Show
the
them,
big
show them,
boys?
Juice.
There you go, man.
Yeah. This
Come
is
on,
to the
man.
champions.
Come on, man.
Love to
All
young
day, all
legends.
night,
love
man.
to Slaughterhouse,
Shout out to
Tokoza.
Tokoza.
This is
I
what's
rap-
up, man.
I
My
rap my
man
hood
says
right
the
there.
champion.
Salute.
I'm just the guy that rolls with the champions. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we sign out
This
with
is
Juice
wild.
celebrating. And my man Chris, they are a team, they are a unit. Click Media. We got this thing. Hennessy, thank you very much. Shesha, thank you very much. This is Kebby. I'm signing out. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Take, don't take, don't take, don't take, don't take.